on the sideline, whether he has some ideological belief that he believes in what they're doing, or he hates America, or he's scared, or whatever the case may be. It's irrelevant.
Right.
The bottom line is he's not getting the job done.
Right.
So we need to do something about it. That's the bottom line.
Impeachment, and also get rid of Nancy Pelosi. Get rid of people like Al Sharpton who are supporting this guy. And did you know Al Sharpton got a? I don't know how the government can do this, but did you know that Jesse Jackson, sorry to get off the Al Sharpton, but Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton both own property, and as you know, Jesse Jackson owes the government $10 million worth of property taxes on his property over in Winchester, Manhattan, and this guy has not done anything to pay his taxes at all in 10 years. Okay, he owns $10 million. And then you got Al Sharpton, who owns the government $3 million, but yet, however, he's still on the air. How can these people be in the position that they are in, knowing that they have a debt that they're not paying, but however, they got stimulus money from the Obama regime? Great question. Excellent question. I just want to throw that out there and bring and talk about this and bring it up to the Huffington Compost and the New York Times. I'm asking them, how come you haven't man up or stand up and to actually address this issue? Why not? You're supposed to be a media outlet, but you're acting like a bunch of paparazzis, you know? And that's what you're doing. That's what the news media is like now. They are the new paparazzi of entertainment news. That's what it comes down to. They don't care about global warming, global terrorism. They don't care about the environment or the fact that our VA system is so messed up, or criticizing the president. No, because if you do, you are a racist. You're anti-American. No, we got a terrorist in the White House. What the hell is wrong with you? Man up, stand up. If you want to report it, the news, then man up and stand up about it. And you can take Nationwide on your side, and you can throw that under the bus too while you're at it, and also Affleck, because these people are getting money from our government, and yet their call centers from Affleck, Progressive Insurance, what's in your wallet, what is not in your wallet, that is the Capital One. Capital One Bank is in Syria, just like Chase Bank, JP Morgan. They're over in Syria. We got these call centers who are supposed to be an American company, and they got their call centers over Gaza, over in Syria. How is that possible? These are great questions. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I'm not going to pretend to know the answers to how come some of our largest banks have call centers in Syria. I wouldn't have the first guess as to why that is. As for Al Sharpton and
Jesse Jackson,
they've been race pimps and pimping race issues for 30, 40 years now. You know, and it's just their stick, and they found an ally in the president that apparently, and I have read where they do large amounts of money to the Internal Revenue Service.
Right.
If you put a gun to my head and said, guess why nothing's being done, I might say it's because they're being protected by the White House. That's my only logical answer to that charge. I don't know. I'm not there, and I'm certainly not in a position to know those answers. But as for the issue with Syria and Chase Manhattan and what have you, I'm not familiar with any of that, to be honest with you. I haven't read that yet.
Okay. Well,
I would love to read about it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that I personally have not read up on that topic, so I can't really address it.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. We just want to bring it out there and bring it to your attention and address it. It's all we want to do, and to expose it. It's all we want to do here. I'm not saying, we got the report, but it's up to you what you want to do with it. That's what we do here. We don't force feed it. All we do is feed the information that's out there, even though the information that we feed you, you may not know about. but at least we bring it up and expose it, and then we talk about it. That's one thing that the news networks are not doing now. This is broadcasting 101, by the way. I learned this from advertisement, by the way. I took advertisement and marketing in college. I learned this, how you bring issues out there that would matter to the people, and also take and advertise what you believe, and not just what you believe, but making sure that what you're doing is not going to be harmful to your network, because you're exposing the truth and you're talking about the truth and you have the evidence to back you up. That's one thing that you have to be careful of in advertising, by the way, because if you're not responsible enough, you cannot advertise. If you're not responsible, you cannot advertise. Just like when we do the news here, if you're not responsible, you cannot be broadcasting the news. Just like these guys on PMSNBC. I call it PMSNBC, MSNBC. PMSNBC has done speculation, and just like Brian Williams. You know, he was in a helicopter, and he was in a helicopter during war. The first Gulf War, was shot down. He found out that's not true. How many other stories that are not being told like this from reporters who actually been to Iraq and giving false stories and false statements, and they're putting on the air? How many of them have done that, and how many of them have not come forward yet, like Brian Williams, because he got caught? You see, these people finally got caught. You know what? The pendulum has shifted into a more conservative outlook and perspective on what news is nowadays. And the news media, they hate it. They attack us. You have the KTLA news and Los Angeles. They're the greedy, like the cookie monsters. We gotta have our sponsors. Yum yum yum. We gotta have our sponsors. We don't care about the news. We don't care about if Mel Gibson had an affair or not. We'll broadcast anyway. We will talk about that. If say Julie Roberts was in a compromised position, we'll talk about it. But even though it's not true or not, we'll still bring it up. Oh boy, they're like cookie monsters. They can't get enough of the slander bias, because they want their advertisement for an Affleck. They want their advertisement from Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance has got their call center from Gaza. And did you know, because of Gaza, the president gave money to fund these infidels, these terrorist cells that are in Gaza, and now they're in Africa. We got ISIS camps in southern part of Africa, two for sure, and there's 10 of them all together. So there's 12 or 14 camps, and the whole entire country of Africa. 14 to 16 camps, and the whole entire country of Africa of ISIS. Then we actually got this report, believe it or not, from the former ambassador from of Africa. We had her on. We had Bonnie on. We actually talked with her over 2 hours. 2 hours on the phone, just like we're talking to you. Now, this is not being reported anywhere else except for we might be a small little network, but we carry big issues. That's one thing we do here. This is what we're about, and this is how we do things. And we want to bring this to everybody's attention and let you know about, because everything that we do, we put on social media, and social media has tried to censor us and block us, and we're getting attacked by the Huffington Compost, also by the New York Communist Times, and also KTLA News, as well as the Chicago Tribune mob newspaper. So there you go. Go ahead, Don. Go ahead, Don.
I apologize for that. Somebody walked by the house, I guess.
Oh, wow.
Anyway. Okay, we got that issue resolved.
Yeah, we sure did.